Good morning, everyone.
Hello.
Forgive us, we're a couple of minutes late.
We were trying to do a multi-channel thing, but it didn't work out. So we come to the YouTube alone.
Consider it technical glitches, right? And it
Yes.
happens on YouTube. Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, my name is Alberto Rivera, and I'm
This is Charles.
one of the founders here of Human Capable. And here we've decided to do this live question and answer session for you all, just to give you some background, give you some perspective, and certainly give you the opportunity to interact with us. So that being the case, we want to kind of get started here. We've got a couple of things that we are going to do. First, we're going to do a product demonstration.
Sure,
Right.
sure. Yes. Before that, let's call Tom so that he's not waiting for us.
That's right. I'll go ahead and send them a quick message.
Yep.
And my hope is that he'll just join us here on YouTube. Say, hey, Leonard, how are you? Good, good. Thank you for joining us, Leonard. We're going to try something else. Bear with us, Leonard, as you hang out with us for just a moment.
Okay. So we start with the product demo?
I think that's the way we should go.
Let's do.
Let's do this. Not a problem, Leonard. It's our pleasure to do this. It should help answer some questions. It's the real thing. I mean, this is us. This is us, and this is Human Capable, and these are Norm Glasses.
All right. One for you, one for me.
Oh, how cool. Thank you. Hey. Hey. Kind of like that. Look.
Yeah.
So like Men in Black?
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. So the another sure. If you can see, this is the real prototype, and it's working. And I can show you. It can be folded just like normal sunglasses, and the screen is on for now. And let's check if we can show on the screen. Let's check, make it closer, and it got to here.
Well, I tell you what, it's a little bit difficult. I can't.
Yeah, this is the computer camera, and it is the position it. And let me check if we make the brightness dimmer, right. And that can have. I think it's saturated, right?
Yeah, well, I've always said it's a bit of a challenge, right? Because we're trying to capture something that's intended to be placed right over the eye. That once positioned over the eye, it feels right. It looks right.
I think it's saturated. Let's make it dimmer.
Sure.
Shot.
So that's one of the, I want to say, one of the fun parts that we've had, right? Trying to really.
Let me try that one. That one maybe dimmer.
Hey, give that a shot.
It's all white, right? Yeah. This is also too bright.
Yeah, yeah.
The pair. Which one was this?
But what we'll do is we'll pair it with the cell phone, as we've mentioned in the past.
Which one did I pair?
You may have paired that one.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. We'll demonstrate some of the features. It's a bit of a challenge to demonstrate some of the stuff because your experience is really driven by when you have them on. Here, what we're going to do is just tether it to the cell phone by way of a Bluetooth connection, and it'll allow you to simulcast or share that experience right on your cell phone, which speaks to one of the options that you'll have to be able to use your smart glasses. Almost.
Oh, got a phone call.
Oh, look at that. You have a phone call coming in.
Let me answer it. You know what? Hey, hey, George, we're on live. It's just a good time.
Yeah, I don't see online. Are you just getting online?
Yeah, we just got online, and the multi channel didn't work out, so we're on YouTube only.
Okay, I'm on Zoom. Are you not on Zoom?
Different conversation. George, we'll have to get back to you in a little bit.
Okay, you guys are in the middle of a different project.
That's correct.
No, George can stay on.
He needs to go into the update. I'll give him the instructions. Yeah, George, I'll call you right back. Okay, bye. Here's the.
Yeah, I think we can.
Guys, forgive us. We are double booked here. Let's give us 1 second. Please join our YouTube channel. So here's the deal. We want to focus on doing the demonstration, if you wouldn't mind, Charles. And then once we do the demonstration, we can go into the history of the company.
Yeah, so George is supposed to join our Zoom.
I've given him the invitation.
Okay. So now we should be able to.
Okay, great, fantastic.
Be able to show, because we changed the brightness, and should be able to see.
Right. I could see it, but it's a little upside down, and that's because of the reflection that it actually creates, right?
Let me see. Yeah, it's very hard to position this on this computer camera.
Right. I mean, I could show some stuff, but again, the folks that are actually going to see this are going to be challenged because it's upside down. But again, it's just a reflection that we're able to focus on, and not necessarily the actual screen, which you would be using to view your experience when wearing Norm glasses. I'll tell you guys something very interesting. One time, in order for us to do a demonstration, we actually had to take apart one of our prototypes. We weren't able to do that this morning because clearly we wanted to wear them.
I think this camera is a bit lower on this screen.
It could very well be.
Cannot reach it.
Right. But you know what? For this, we've got some videos.
Let's still do this. Let's still use the phone, and I think that one we can relate. Use a phone camera to show it.
Okay, sure. So
maybe you use that phone camera.
You want to use mine, sure?
Yeah.
Do you want the video or the? There you go. There's you set the video.
Okay. Do we have some comments or some suggestions on how do we have
glasses
the people...
over webcam isn't going to work? I think we'll be fine with a screencast. Yeah, as a matter of fact, we could do that.
Okay.
So the screencast would in fact be right in the application, as we mentioned, right? So we can tether the phones by way of Bluetooth to the cell phone, the glasses to the cell phone. And when we do that, we actually have the ability to see the menu and have part of the experience, right? Because of course, part of the experience is you've got this head-up display that's sitting over your eye, and we keep getting text messages here. It sits over your eye, and it has a 20-degree field of view. Well, this would be what that field of view would look like, but it's certainly not the same experience because when you have it, the lens itself is translucent. So despite the fact that you see something in front of you, it doesn't really distort or block your view from
Okay.
seeing the outside world.
Can you see on the computer? Are you? I'm not sure if I put this.
Let me see if we move it this way.
George covered it. Can you see from the camera?
No, it's too much glare.
My glare?
Mm-hmm. Do the simulcast. We have captured some video that we've actually left on the campaign. We also have shared that on some other
How about this?
sites.
Can we do two screen? Another screen from the phone?
Can we do another screen from the phone? Can we broadcast? I think we can broadcast from the cell phone
Okay.
and go live. I just don't know if we could do the same channel to do 2 live streams to the same YouTube channel. This is what you're asking, but we could certainly try.
Yeah, let's try. It would be easier if we can directly do on the phone.
1 second, guys. Let me go ahead and switch channels. This will be very interesting. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Can we? No, we won't be able to do it. We get an error message. It says the channel is not eligible for mobile live streaming,
Okay.
right? So kind of puts that out. We could certainly do a record a video, but
Let's still try to relay from the phone screen. I think that maybe. Firstly, let me check how this look like. I think that's fine. And then we go to here. Okay, I can see from the phone. When I bring here, did you see the video record here on the phone?
yes, I do.
We don't need to record.
Okay.
We just show the phone screen
I can.
to the camera. Can you see it on the camera?
You may want to turn yourself down a little bit more. Turn down a little bit. Turn this way. Turn this way. Gonna go ahead and just switch the menu.
Okay, it is showing on.
Yes, we see a little bit of it.
Okay,
Hmm.
maybe this way will be better.
That's perfect. You could keep it right there.
All right, this is the
Right.
title position.
Again, just the menu options to show everyone the number of features that have been integrated into the smart glasses. This is obviously the companion application. The companion application is just a way to really, again, manage. You'll have features, aspects of the glasses that you'll want to control at any given moment where you would come in here to do that. Be it, your volume, it could very well be the brightness, right? And just I'm going to go real quickly, go back to one aspect within the gallery and just kind of show you a video because it is the easiest way to demonstrate some of the capabilities. And well, this is a homemade video. And in fact, what's interesting about this is this video was actually captured with Norm glasses. So just case in point, video captured with the glasses, video replayed with the glasses. So it kind of speaks to one capability, and that's that the glasses have an online storage. You will have storage that is embedded within the glasses. You don't need the Bluetooth that to your cell phone. You don't need the Wi-Fi it. You could if you wanted to transfer it, but if you didn't and you just chose to take a video or you chose to take a picture, that'll be stored automatically without you having to do anything else. Okay, some more stuff, right? Again, this is just stuff that we've captured. This is interesting. This is historical. Look, I think I like this better. This is more of a And in fact, I'm going to be quiet, but you're going to listen just momentarily. You're going to hear the music playing through the glasses. I even hear the bass.
So on the camera, we can see it, right?
Yes.
On the computer screen.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I should record it on this phone. Let me record it. I forgot. So that we can share this video as well. Let's move a little further. Let's go to the menu. Just change the menu so that now I'm recording. We can share what is it.
There's a duplicate there, and right, but here it is.
Yeah.
It shows today's date and time, and this YouTube video actually gets saved as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll always be there as a historical
Okay.
recording.
All right.
But I think that's pretty exciting. Look, it's a demonstration that there are not just one. There have been multiple prototypes. There are actually two. I want to point out just a couple of features or things that are a part of the glasses, right?
Yeah.
And if you wouldn't mind
So let me move the glass away from my phone, from the phone. It's okay. It's okay. I just try to let the people see that it is indeed from the glass, not something from the phone. Because some people just think, okay, why you put the phone in between? And if we do this way, yeah, when I'm moving, it is not positioned well. Okay.
All right, so let's go. I wanted to show a couple of things, Charles, if you wouldn't mind. Just on the glasses themselves, you heard some of the music playing through the glasses, right? And basically what I want to do is just take the opportunity to really point out where the speakers are at inside of the glass. Again, very difficult to show that. If you look right, let me just make sure, right here, there's a ridged edge. Let me borrow this a minute, guys. Guys, this is the cool thing about live, doing anything live. There you go. You see that?
So let me, I point here. Let me check if I can do it.
Sure, from either side.
Yeah, this area are the speakers.
Right. Now, let's talk about this. This is a USB connector.
Yeah, micro USB. This is not going to be on the final one.
That's right. This will not be on the final version of Norm glasses. Instead, we're going to use a magnetic connector. There's your power button.
Yeah, this is going to be different as well. This is going to look more elegant than this.
It'll be a little smaller. It'll be much more elegant, right? There's a couple of things that are in the pipeline in terms of usage, but this is our prototype, in fact, and it's our working prototype, and you just saw and experienced that. I'm going to go back now on the other side where we don't have the power button. We also see that there is the second, right?
Yeah.
Speaker.
Here's this one.
So just to give people perspective, what that really talks about is the fact, hey, this is not bone conduction. These are two speakers that are going to sit right over your ears, and they're designed in such a way that you as the user of the glasses are going to get a good experience at listening, you'll be able to adjust the volume so that if you want to listen to something a little bit higher, so it'll be like no different than a pair of headphones, plug-in headphones. But what's really more important is, and we actually have patents that have been submitted for this, is the fact that there'll be some privacy components associated with how those speakers operate. So that at some point, someone who may be at a distance from you, and you could set what that distance is, wouldn't necessarily be able to hear or listen to what you're saying. So it creates a private environment for you as you're listening in your conversation if you're having a phone call.
Yes. And you can set the volume just like you do currently, or you can set the volume based on the privacy distance.
Right.
And you want to, you don't want people 1 feet away hear from you. You can set that.
Right.
And
can we just talk about a couple things before we move on, Charles? And that's that we didn't mention, right? So CPU, microprocessor, memory, okay, embedded on the temple. As you can see right now, the temple is less than 1/4 inch, but when it's all said and done, after molding is completed, this will actually be a little bit less than 6 millimeters. One thing to really point out as well, do these look like smart glasses? Do they look boxy? Do they look alien type? Do they look like you're gonna look like a cyborg and look strange when you walk down the street? Far from it. They almost look like those pair of sunglasses, right? Can you tell the difference? Maybe the fact that I've got a goatee and Charles doesn't. But quite frankly, in looking at them, they look like traditional sunglasses that you could conceivably fold, wear, place them on the table. They look no different, right?
And I think we can talk about the camera.
Yes.
And
So where is it all at, I guess is the question. How did you get all this technology in here, huh?
So
oh, that's it.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. There's a camera. Let me see if you can see that, right? There is a light indicator and an ambient sensor. Now, I may have gotten the order backwards.
That's right.
But the deal is it's all there. Now, let's talk about the light indicator, the LED light indicator. It's intended for privacy. See, if you're recording, we want to make certain that people around you are familiar or aware of the fact, right? And it's done for their privacy as well. So we have to be equally responsible. The ambient light sensor is designed so that if you have it selected in the application and configured as such, the glass, the lens, the head-up display will automatically adjust based on how light your environment is or dim based on how dark your environment is. So based on preferences. And then, of course, your camera, which does pictures and does video. In fact, our video recording is at 1080, right?
Yeah.
So it's a high-definition video with the 8 gigabytes of storage that's going to be on the phone on the glass by default. You should be able to capture a good couple of hours in there.
Yes, but that 8 gig storage is for the total storage. And because of the operating system and the apps, they will take quite a bit of the storage. What's left is around 2 gig. 2 gig of storage for the media. So it can take a few hours of the video, depending on the resolution. If you do the full 1080p, it will take 1 hour. If you do the 720p, it can take 2 hours.
Couple of other things we want to talk about. The light sensor, we talked about the glasses. Why don't we go ahead and move into the questions? Because there are a couple of questions that have popped up.
Yep.
And I want to go ahead and see if we could start addressing some of these. So let's go to the ones that we've already captured on paper here. And I want to, I guess, speak to the first one. Will Norm Glasses work with the iOS platform? That's the number one question we've gotten so far this week.
Yes. The iOS and the Android works almost the same way together with Norm Glasses. Although for the iOS, there it is not open source. It has a quite control from the Apple side. for the iMessage, we had some issues to display on normal glasses, but lately we do have some progress. We cannot commit anything yet. It's likely that we can make the display on normal glass as well. If that indeed happen and the experience of iOS plus normal glasses going to be the same as Android phone plus normal glasses. And if that cannot happen, then we have to do a workaround for the text messages on the iOS. We need to use voice, use Siri.
Right. Let's move on to the next question. We've got some comments. I'm reading through these.
Okay.
And some people that actually have joined from across the world. In fact, we've got some folks from Spain, and you're saying that you're using the Google Translator. Well, hopefully we'll be able to provide some answers. And if not, you're certainly welcome to reach out to us. I speak Spanish, and I could be of help in answering any questions you may have. Next question. How long will the battery last?
The battery lasts, if we have the screen on all the time, continuously, it will be 4 to 5 hours. And if it is in a normal usage, which means the screen go off, actually the whole system go to sleep when it is idle. And when it is needed, such as when there's a new notification, or when you need to make a phone call, need to search something, when you try to do something with the glasses, you wake it up using voice. In that case, it can last 1 to 2 days, depending on how heavy you use it. If you do a video recording, the camera takes quite a bit of power as well. If you do the video recording continuously, it can last a few hours. It cannot reach to 4 to 5 hours.
Got it. All right. And then, but of course, we do have something in the pipeline at some point that'll be an auxiliary battery pack.
Yes, it is not going to be in this campaign, but likely going to be early next year. What we are going to have is like when we have this glass on, and there's going to be a thin line from here to a color, around a color power bank. It's, some people have been using it for the Bluetooth headphones with this.
Yeah.
So this is the same concept, but here is just the battery, and it can charge the phone, charge the glasses while it is being used.
So that's really cool, because if you think about it, you'll just be able to pull out the cable, so to speak, from the collar, so to speak, backup battery, and just plug it in. Boop. And because it's magnetic, it's just going to attach. You don't have to fumble around to figure out how to connect it. It's just going to go.
Yes.
Which kind of brings to mind real quickly. So if the microprocessor and storage and everything else is on one temple, then clearly the battery is on the other temple, right? A specially made battery has been fabricated, manufactured for Norm glasses that'll fit right inside of the temple. And that's where we're going to be able to get that supply of energy and that duration of hours based on that. So, and again, just keep in mind, right? We're talking normal looking glasses with amazing capabilities. Cool. All right. Next question. Can my local optician change my lenses, fulfill my prescription?
Yes. The point is that the lens is a regular lens. The lens can be changed to your own prescription lenses if it fit. So, the proper way is that if it is a single vision lenses, you provide the prescription to us after the campaign ends, and we will have the prescription lens fulfilled and installed. That prescription part does need additional cost. We need to spend that. We need to work with another company to do that. And the other thing is that you can also bring your normal glasses to a local vision store to have them to install for you. They need to take part of something so that it will not damage some critical parts on the glass.
Right. But we'll provide that support for the opticians. We'll have material that'll be made available when the time comes so that we can adequately prepare them in their service of your glasses and the fulfillment of your prescription. Which brings to mind another question, and I'll just go ahead and answer it, right? Some have asked, if I have a valid or current prescription, how do I submit it onto Norm Glasses so that you can prepare my eyeglasses and prepare the lenses and ship it all as one deal? When we finalize our campaign, we're going to launch our e-commerce site. And on that site, you'll have the ability to go ahead and just enter all of your prescription details. So the spheres, the cycles, the axis, the pupillary distance. And what we'll also do, right, just to make certain that the information you've entered is correct, we'll ask that you submit by way of the application or the website a copy of your prescription. We do that just to validate the information, to make certain that what your doctor has prescribed is in fact what we are going to be fulfilling. If you know, I mean, it's really the best way to really do it, and it protects you. It gives you the guarantee that we're going to fulfill the prescriptions in the manner that you would have expected. So that'll be that. Or the alternative is you could always send us an email once you've fulfilled your order online. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next question. The next question is, how many styles are there available? Styles of glasses.
For the, there are two parts in this. As to the style, we are going to release one style for now. For this campaign, only one style. After this campaign, we may release one style for ladies. That is, regarding the style. Regarding the size of the glasses, we are going to have 3 sizes for this campaign: narrow, medium, and wide. So it can fit, if not all, but should be majority of the population. It should, with these 3, we would see that it should fit all adult for 8 grown-ups.
Right. And with that, because we in fact will have 3 different sizes of the glasses themselves, when we do launch our e-commerce site, there'll also be a sizing guide to assist people in understanding what's the right size, right? Some guys have bigger heads. Some guys have more narrow heads or faces. Some guys have just deep, if you will, I want the distance between the eyes, right? Or just the way the pupillary distance. So we want to make certain that all that stuff is really covered so that when you get your glasses, you don't have to experience something that wasn't desired. Okay. Quickly, I see this couple of comments here. So to Pakolvan, there was a question that you asked about different languages, and Leonard here graciously answered. And Leonard, you're right. Several other languages will be available come May of next year of 2020. We'll have support. We haven't yet quite figured out which of the languages that are going to be prioritized, because clearly there's a lot of work associated with having the experience in multiple languages. But what we'll probably do is try to get a feel for what people are expecting or what they really want and try to prioritize. So whether it's Spanish or it could very well be any other language, we'll figure that out.
Yeah, most likely, they're going to be based on number of backers.
That's right, yeah. It would make sense.
Yeah.
So we'll probably do some kind of poll. So which variants are you wearing for reference? The variants, well, so we're talking multiple prototypes here that we have. And if you're asking variants with respect to the lenses, Leonard, can you just a bit more specific in your question? Sizes mostly. Boy, I don't know. Do you remember the sizes that these were constructed?
This is medium. This is considered as a medium size.
Okay, so there you go. And frankly, I don't have it off the top of my head, but I think if we were to talk about the sizes, right, it's always going to be the temple length, right? It'll be the lens width and the size of the bridge. So these are all 3 measurements. Now, one thing that I think we had kind of discussed at some point, the best thing is if someone doesn't wear glasses, they should always have a pair of sunglasses that they could reference. So I think for the most part, people have sunglasses that either fit or don't fit. And if you do have a pair of sunglasses that fit very well, then what you would want to do is take a measuring tape and then start grabbing those measurements and understanding. Just remember that they're captured in millimeters. So something like this may very well turn out to be 145 millimeters. It may be a little bit less, but you want to find something that fits you comfortably.
Yeah, for some of the glasses, there's numbers on the temple on the inside with the size. For some of the glasses, some of them don't have it. If you have that number, you can directly send us that number. I think we can include that in the guide, in the
Sure.
size guide.
The sizing guide. Once we
You
have the sizing guide finalized,
can compare with the information there to select the size.
to select the appropriate size, right? Okay. Will I be able to watch videos on the glasses? Is a question that Caleb asks. Absolutely.
Not sure if Killing joined when we demoed it. It is something that we just demoed, that we played some of the videos that were stored on the glass. Yes, you can.
Okay. There's another question here. Does it have Siri or Cortana?
It has. It is working as It is a smart glasses. Can also work as a Bluetooth headset. Anything that you can do with Bluetooth headset can be done with the normal glasses. So for example, for Siri, it can connect it to a Bluetooth headset, and it can be, you can use it directly through the normal glasses.
Right. Good. I'm going to go ahead and move on to our next question here. Question is, are all lenses going to be polarized?
Not going to be. You have the choice. You can select if you want polarized lens or not. It's just like when you get a pair of sunglasses, you have the option to get the lenses that fit you.
I'm smiling. Leonardo just responded, and he responded in Spanish, and he did un excelente trabajo. Bravo, Leonardo. Gracias. Habrán 3 tamaños: estrecho, mediano y ancho. El dispositivo que tienen ahora es mediano. Perfect. Okay. Next question. What type of lenses can I get for my Norm glasses? That's the question.
Let's break it down, from as a hierarchy. Firstly, is if you want a prescription or not. Without prescription, then we can break it down to photochromic or not, polarized or not, and then for even go to deeper. We could even offer some of the high-end lenses that may have additional cost. Some of the lenses can cost like about the price of the glasses. But it's up to you. You can select what lenses you want. And for the prescription, it is we can also offer photochromic, and also can offer polarized. Polarized. I'm not sure about polarized, but photochromic is definitely. And you can order different index to make them lighter and thinner.
Right. So I think most people who are going to get prescription glasses understand the concept associated with an index, a polymer, polycarbonate. They'll understand, right? So, but we'll definitely have that information, supportive information on the site, so that folks can make the right decision based on their preference. If they want to get something that's super light, then they know that the index has to be a little bit higher, right? So that it's the right lens for that person.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
There was a question here, and it was again, is the right lens. So Churchill, is the projection going to be in the right lens as I ask? Right, his vision is better and right. So Churchill, the answer is yes. Now this is not Norm glasses, and I made that mistake. I picked them up thinking they were Norm. They're not. These are Norm glasses, and the projection will be on the right-hand side. So if I had this on, I'm going to turn them on real quickly. Okay. Projection is on. Now, by the way, can you see it on? Nope. I mean, literally, it. Can you see anything?
And so the question asking, for now, we only have the right side for the projection. We do receive some requests to have it on the left side. We may release it in the future, but not going to be make it in this campaign. The number of requests for the left side are not that big. In the case that we need to create a new injection molding for that. Also, considering the different sizes, it is quite a bit of work to get it into the left side. But we may be able to do it later on when we have more orders.
Right, when the demand is a little bit higher, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So that's a good thing, because the fact of the matter is that this is not just a one and done for us, right? This is the beginning of our journey in terms of producing technology that enhances everyone's life, and that's really our purpose. And we believe that this is a pair of smart glasses is going to precisely provide that. It'll give people that head-up experience, right, which a lot of people have asked for and have been looking for, and a stylish pair of lightweight glasses. Did I mention that they're lightweight? I don't think we mentioned that, did we? It's kind of funny. If you look at this, you would almost ask yourself, what do they weigh? And the reality of it is that these glasses themselves, believe it or not, weigh 1.2 ounces. Eyewear glasses, these glasses weigh 0.8 ounces, right? So the difference, what, 4/10 of an ounce? Not even,
yep.
Right? So the reality of it is that they're lightweight. So they're going to be comfortable for everyday usage. So lightweight, stylish, right? Head up, hands-free, because you'll have the ability to speak to your glasses and say, hey, Norm, or whatever word you want to choose, right? Take a picture. And Norm will respond and take a picture. So that's kind of pretty cool. And it's the beginning of this journey of Human Capable, our company, parent company, and the developers, founders of Norm Glasses. Got a couple more questions here. So the other question Churchill asks, is the projection view and size adjustable?
The projection, so when you say adjustable, my guess is can it adjust it to fit, to make it easy for you to view it. There are two things that can be adjusted. One thing is that the height, how high you want that screen to be, that can be adjusted by the notepad, the notepad. So the notepad is adjustable notepad, and you can make it slightly higher or lower. On the left-right side, that one is adjustable during assembly, not by user. That means when you order after the campaign ends in our customer service portal, we will have a way for you to provide the popularity distance. And we also have some information on how to measure the popularity distance. With the popularity distance, we are going to be able to assemble the glass for you so that it fits you well. And the screen is just in front of you, in front of the right people.
Okay. Charles, as we start closing this up, there's one thing that I think is important to share with everyone, and that's the history of Human Capable. And maybe we should have started off with the history, but we were so excited and wanted to do a demonstration. And That being said, do you want to just give us a quick minute of the history of Human Capable, the history of how we got from 2015 to today to this prototypes that we have in front of us?
Sure. The history is actually, if we have a little more time, we can talk a little further. Back to 2012, we have been working on something for the blind people. It's a voice-based platform. The blind people can call a number to interact with the web pages. We have services behind the scene to be able to pass the web page, be able to read it back to the user. I'm sorry, the glass was.
Sorry, guys. So as Charles is speaking, glasses are responding.
Yeah.
They're thinking we're actually issuing a command.
Yep.
Be quiet.
So that project moved further. We because it needed the phone line needed to also the users need to dial a number, and sometimes that means long distance to them. So that we were thinking to create a device that use Wi-Fi and to process it locally instead of on the cloud side. That smart device, we were initially thinking to be a Bluetooth headset thing, but with the CPU and memory inside it. When we're doing the analysis of that project, we go to the centers where blind people get together. We discuss with them and they try to get their thought. And at that time, we learned that the Bluetooth headset usually have a hook around the ear, and also most of the blind people have the sunglasses with them, so that most of them do, even indoors. So that it is sometimes not easy. The hook and the sunglass temple fight. The space above the ear, and it is not a good experience for some of the people. That time we were thinking, okay, let's do an audio sunglass. Make the CPU memory, the technology into the sunglass. That will be a perfect gadget for the blind people. That was on the way, and something happened in 2015 when Google announced their Google Glass Explorer edition stopped. That time we thought it is something. It is a setback. It is something not that good, but it does have a lot of potential to be useful in a daily basis. So that we think if we can add a display into our audio sunglass, and it would be great to produce this product with a much broad audience, and that can also subsidize the cost for the audio sunglasses for the blind people. So we can so we can help what we can do. Provide help to whatever we can do. And that started the journey for the normal glasses. And from then, we had done a lot of work, a lot of research, a lot of experiments. 1 year later, in 2016, we feel it is quite possible, quite feasible to get what we wanted, and we formed the Human Capable Inc. And then, after a couple of years, we have the fully functional prototype in the glass form. For early this year, we have awarded the CES Innovation Award and also a German Innovation Award.
Right. So 4 years later, here we are. And in about 4 weeks, we're going to be doing some injection molding, doing some manufacturing. We're going to be doing a host of things. And frankly, we're there. We're there. I mean, and I have to admit that we're there because of the fact of your support. There's one more question, Charles, if you wouldn't mind, that I'd like to get. Leonard has asked this question a couple of times. Retry my question from earlier. The launcher looks similar to Glass OS, but way different from the simulated screens shown in the campaign. Mm-hmm. How representative is the UX we're seeing right now?
We have a plan to produce different themes. We like the one that is on the presentation. That is our target theme by default. But we cannot have a fully automatic way to switch the theme yet. It is still working in progress on the UI. Eventually, when you get it, it is going to be very similar to what you see in the video or on the overlays of the pictures. It is going to be quite similar to what you see on the video.
Right. So, Leonard, I hope we answered your question. One other person asked anything about viruses, security, right? Can someone hack into it and see what you're seeing?
This security is a top priority for us. We have been working on this. It is multiple areas of focus. One area is that we are doing the from the ground up. On the it is Android based. We have some leverage there, and we also in discussion with two pen test firms to help us to do some penetration to ensure that we don't have anything that is vulnerable. Also, on the phone side, the phone app, it is for the non-glasses, everything you communicate with the internet going through that phone app. If your phone is secure, then the way that the non-glasses is very hard, to get into the non-glasses. You have that layer. That is another thing.
Right. So there's inherent security associated with Bluetooth. Then there's a security that's associated between the phone, the application, and the internet.
Yes.
So of course, any layers that someone may add, if they have a VPN that they use on their cell phone, that'll just add that extra layer of security as well.
Yep. Another point is that when you get a virus, usually you have something from the internet. For example, you download a file or you access something. With non-glasses, so far we didn't see there is a need for you to download a file to store on the glass. So that also limited, some of the vulnerabilities.
Right. All right. Anyway, so I think at this point, and I think we are set. We'd like to kind of leave it here. We're at almost the top of the hour. We've been here for just about 55 minutes. We'd like to thank everyone for their time this morning. And most importantly, if you haven't already supported our campaign, we'd like to ask that you do. This is as real as it gets, right? We've known each other for 16 years. We vouch for each other. We definitely are here working in collaboration and in all honesty to bring you the best that we can. We're not, it's not vaporware. It's not anything outside of that. It's quite normal. And in fact, it's so normal that just this morning we learned that we were tagged as one of those projects they love. So Kickstarter has been behind us, right? Looking and asking and questioning and asking and making certain that we were bringing, the real thing.
So I think get to a step back on this. There were a lot of people on the internet thinking this is too good to be true, and thinking this is not possible. That was the primary hindering for this campaign. We're a bit too far ahead than what people believe. The point that is when you see it here, you immediately get the same story as when we were interviewed by some of the journalists. One journalist bring a snap spectacles into the room, just saying that because he was thinking this is something quite impossible, and let's see if it's a prank. So he was thinking, if it's a prank, I will record it immediately and publish it immediately. But turn out that he liked it. He feels this is great time for great technology to be out there. And he, the first thing is okay, it's real, and it's not a prank. And secondly, he greatly enjoyed talking with us and seeing the prototype. And the same goes on. Almost all the situations, when they see it before it turns on, before they, it is knowing that it's working, they are thinking it is, maybe a dummy shell, or maybe something that is, is something unreal. But indeed, it is something that we are able to do it, and it is a good time to bring this out to benefit everybody. And this, we believe, they can add value to our daily lives, makes them more convenient, and bring more productivity.
That's right. So again, everyone, thank you, George. Right, and we look forward to just a very, very, very strong closing of our campaign. If you haven't already shared it with your friends and family, please do so. And as always, we're here. If you have any questions, you're welcome to reach out to us. There's multiple ways by which you can. And let us know. We're here to serve you. So everyone, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Be well. Bye, everyone.